What's up? It's Chris from StonefoxMedia, and I hope everyone's having a blessed day. Now, this is the portion where I actually seen every last conference they had, and you gotta pick between the people, the ones that were the winners and the ones that were the losers. Among the developers, okay, there's been a lot of speculation between which one was the worst. Well, I can tell you right now, it was Square Enix. Square Enix was the worst press conference of all E3. Everyone was like, you showed off like 4 games and you just left. You just left. Essentially, you just packed up and left. And everyone was like, you could have put that on like one of the other people's showcases or something like that. Why even show up? So Square Enix, you lost this year. It was the worst. Please never do that again, ever in life. Then you have the whole entire debate between like EA, and then you got Bethesda, and then you got Ubisoft. I'd say right now, it's so close between Bethesda and Ubisoft. And here's why. Bethesda was almost perfect, okay, except for the band at the beginning of Rage. I'm like, are you guys ready to rock? And everybody was like, no, not really. But, I mean, the Rage 2 trailer was absolutely fantastic. What else? What other games did they show off that were, like, really impressive? Fallout 76 was really good. But at the same time, when they only show like Elder Scrolls, the title card, like you really wanted a little bit more out of Elder Scrolls. You also had a brand new Wolfenstein game and Starfield, of course. So they had a fundamentally good press conference. It was good. I think Ubisoft was very enjoyable because they showed a lot more games that are more current, because the Bethesda games are so far off. Like they let you know like Elder Scrolls is beyond what StarCraft, so you'll probably won't see that for like another 3-4 years at least. So when you're talking about like games that you're gonna actually have a shot at getting, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if Doom is coming out anytime soon, but from a meat and potatoes standpoint, Ubisoft showed off more games that are going to be coming out sooner. Beyond Good and Evil, that Odyssey one. No Splinter Cell, a little disappointed about no Splinter Cell. Rainbow Six Siege, they gave away more information about the new For Honor, and they gave away For Honor. If you have a PC, you can go get it right now. Just things like that that add into it, except for the Dancing Bear. I was not happy with the Dancing Bear. It was creepy. It was a creepy bear, and I didn't like it. They spent like 20 minutes introducing the bear in a Just Dance game. I don't think that those Just Dance games are like sweeping the nation where people are just like, I don't see that happening in real life. Nobody's having parties busting out Just Dance. It just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen in real life. If it happens in real life, then I feel sorry for that life. Now, so I would have to say the winner in my book would have to be Bethesda. Bethesda would have had to have won because on the surface, like, they had all the new stuff. The big announcements that people were waiting for, the title cards. But man, Ubisoft is a close second. So everyone else is saying Bethesda, and the average is going to Bethesda. They were solid. They gave it and they took it none away. When it comes to the actual consoles, and let's just look at the consoles as it stands, Nintendo, I would have to put them at the last because their press conferences are always the same. They don't really have one. They show off videos and that's it. Outside of that, they do treehouse stuff. It's just no different. They might as well not even come to E3 at this point. But my thing is the two head honchos, Microsoft and the Sony's. Sony lost this year. They did. I know some people are going to be upset about it, and I made a video yesterday, and a lot of people were like, that's crazy. I'm like, is it? Is it crazy? Was that the best conference you ever seen out of Sony? Ask yourself that. Was that the best you've ever seen? Have you seen anything better than that? Yes, you have. That conference was the beans and weenies of press conferences. It was just below average. I don't know why they had a conference set up like this. They started out the conference in a tent thing. You already know my issues with that. And then as soon as they showed off the trailer, they just turned off essentially the conference for like 15-20 minutes for intermission while people left from the tent to go to the real building. So they basically put a big break right in the middle of the press conference, and everyone's like, what? What? Are you seeing the conference? What are they doing? Is that it? What's happening? Why does it look like it's the end of the press conference? If you couldn't tell it was the end of the press conference, that's a problem. That is a problem. Then you had no one come out during the press conference. You had the flute dude, and after that, it was it. Where were the Shuheis and the where is everybody? Did everyone just sit in the back and watch it like this? Nobody came out to address us after the flute. After Kenny G came out there and blew on the horn, nobody else did anything else. That was it. The musical number, and that was it. No one said goodnight. No one said have a nice day. Give your passes at the door. Nothing. They just turned it off with the and tell me that was the best conference you ever seen. It was not. It was not a conference. It was not. So I find that very disappointing because E3 is like the Super Bowl of games. Okay, the Super Bowl of gaming news, and they treated it like it was like a movie you watching inside of your car or while driving somewhere. Like you're not really paying attention to it. It's just there. Now, when it comes to Microsoft, yes, they did win. Okay, their conference had people. Somebody was talking to somebody, and this isn't no fanboy nonsense. No. They talked. They spoke. They said, "Hey, what's up? I'm Phil Spencer." And we're like, "Hey, Phil." I mean, they introduced games. The developers came out. They gave you a synopsis. They gave you a brief on what the video clip that you're watching is about. They set the stage. And that's what a conference is supposed to be. Okay, it's like it's not just for the media or the press. It's for the fans. It's for the people who watch it, who want to see it and go. They like those moments when Phil came out where he addressed the upcoming new Xbox. He straight up said it. The new Xbox is coming. He confirmed it in front of everybody. They're doing their whole entire gameplay thing where games are going to be available day one. They announced brand new developers that they're asking that they're bringing in to actually give them first party titles because they got to spend microdollars because they don't have anybody else who could make any first party games for them. So they just got to buy third parties and make them first parties, which is pretty much the way it goes. But in terms of presentation, it was a visually fun to look at presentation outside of the monitors just being there and no one actually playing on them except for that Forza one time, and that was it. So it was kind of like a waste of all those monitors. You could have just turned them off. But when you think about it and you put it all together, which one was the most fun to look at? It was the Xbox conference. Which one made you go, ooh? The Xbox conference. Which one made you go, is it over? The Sony conference. Because literally no one knew it was over. People were still waiting. Like, is this another intermission? Are they going to another set? And everyone just waited there. Did you wait there? Because I waited. We were like this. That's not a good press conference. Games were great. The games were fantastic. Well, a lot of them we already knew they were coming. I would have wished we got a release date on The Last of Us and Ghost of Tsushima. I mean, like I would have liked the release date on those, but outside of the games being awesome, there was nothing else to comment on because no one else was there except for that guy from the beginning. He just needs to stop doing press conferences. So yes, the winner is Microsoft and Bethesda. So yes, that's my pick. I know people got different opinions, but am I wrong? When someone does not show up at the conference, they didn't fly nobody out. Did they save money on hotel fare? You didn't bring that one announcer out. Nobody. You invited all these people into this big stadium, and then you didn't talk to them. You just played trailers and left. I know E3 is about the games, but it's also about the experience. Imagine if you took time off work and flew all the way to E3 and you got the hotel room and you're dealing with crowds and people like passing gas and like, who did it? Who smelt it? Who dealt it? No one knows. Only to have nobody come out and talk to you. No announcement of a new console. Like Microsoft didn't show it. They just showed a shadow of it. It could be a shadow of anything. But they gave you the impression that something else is coming. Sony could have did that. Microsoft busts out Cyberpunk at the end, and they just threw something at you. And then, like, Sony had some good ones, man, like Rez, but nobody was there. What kind of presentation doesn't have people? Bethesda had people. Ubisoft had people. The ones that sucked Square Enix didn't have people. Well, that's all news I got for you guys right now. Like, subscribe, follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook, so you know as soon as my news becomes available. Thank you guys for watching. God bless, and I'll holler at y'all later.